afternoon. There is an old saying that goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I believe that that is true, but I also think that it can be worth thousands of dollars even. I think that if my grandmother were to hear that in this bag there's about $2,000 worth of Lululemon leggings, that she might choke on her coffee. Now, my obsession with Lululemon started around 8th grade when I got my first pair, and ever since, I have worn them religiously. I did extensive research for this speech, and it helped me prepare to tell the story of Lulu's company and its products. Although Lululemon has had its product glitches and management crises, it succeeded in creating both the trend of wearing yoga pants as an everyday clothing and the demand for the premium brand that consumers are willing to pay high-end prices for, and they did it in less than 20 years. Lululemon is a company that was founded in Canada in 1998, and it quickly became successful and helped create the new athleisure market. Lululemon is a company which was faced with adversity but was able to work through it and maintain its reputation as an industry leader. Lululemon is a company which is able to continue charging premium prices because of the extremely high quality and the loyalty of its customers. To start off, I will say that Lululemon is a company that was founded in 1998 and quickly became successful and helped create the new athleisure clothing market. As summarized by Thomas and Peters in the Journal of Critical Incidents, there was a man, his name was Chip Wilson, and he had a snowboard apparel firm for about 20 years in Canada, and then one day he had gone to a yoga class and noticed that some of the women's leggings weren't fitting them correctly. They were too baggy, they were too tight, some of them were see-through, and he was like, this isn't right. So that is where the idea for Lululemon was born. He wanted products in the beginning that were performed well, they were comfortable, and that they looked good. Wilson was credited with coming up with the athleisure category, which was meant to be worn for athletics and also everyday leisure wear, as reported by Daniela Genovese of Fox Business. Lulu is famous for its specialty fabrics, and the first one being Luon. There was an article in Chicago Tribune, Basin and Porter. They wrote about other groundbreaking fabrics such as Luxtreme, New Look, Silver Sen, and many more. Gulf Mercury, a newspaper in 2007, reported when Lulu went public on New York Stock Exchange, their stock price increased up to 60% just on the first day due to the brand power and the unique merchandise. Now that I've discussed the early years of the company, I'm going to document some of the rough times that Lululemon faced as it continued to expand. Lululemon is a company which was faced with much adversity, but was able to work through and maintain its reputation as an industry leader. Thomas and Peters, they had an article called Lululemon Athletica and Series of Bad Marketing Decisions, and in 2006 they had said that bags were made with seaweed and they were advertised to reduce stress, but that was not true. In 2008, they had their signature bags, which their signature bags have sayings on them, but some of these sayings, like if you were to peel back the first layer of it, it had things that said talked about being drunk and being stoned and a bunch of other things that weren't meant to be put on bags. In 2013, they had a huge problem with new manufacturer to save money. They had sheer and transparent fabric, and you could see through it. You could see the underwear, and the privacy of the people were violated. They did do a product recall, and they lost 17% of their store's inventory and lost over $67 million in the process. They survived their negative publicity by continuing great customer service, which they do free hemming, and if you had a zipper that was broken, they would try to fix the zipper, or if they couldn't fix the zipper, they would just give you a new one, and you'd be well on your way after that. Some of the biggest pluses for the brand is that it doesn't stretch. You can have them for years, and you can do almost anything in them. However, Chip Wilson, the Lululemon founder, he was known for his controversial comments. He said that they didn't sell clothing for large-sized women because it would cost too much to make them. Wilson was quoted saying that some women's bodies actually just don't work for us. In the Journal of Critical Incidents by Thomas and Peters, and women around the world were furious, and they accused him of fat shaming, and later on he was forced to come off of the board of directors, and he was also forced to resign as the CEO in 2013. now that I've described some of the downfalls Lululemon Athletica had along the way, I will now explain how, with those tough situations in the rear-view mirror, Lululemon is continuing to produce the high-quality products that its customers expect. Lululemon is a company which is able to charge premium prices because of the extremely high quality and the loyalty of its customers. Lulu started as a luxurious brand, and they would like to stay in that position so they can continue to charge high prices. The company wanted to persuade people to really want clothing with the little circle logo on it, which looks like this. Kelsey Stigman, in a blog on 17.com, said that the logo could signify comfort, support, or quality. Stigman found later that an explanation, since deleted from the Lulu website, this logo is actually a stylized A, and it was made for the name Athletically Hip, but the name which failed to make the grade. By not selling its products in department stores, Lulu built customer loyalty both for the brand and retail locations, as reported by Sergey Klebenkov on Forbes.com. Lulu controls the prices of the marketing because their leggings can't be discounted anywhere else in other stores. Klebenkov said a number of stores have gone from 200 in 2013 to 450 by 2019. The double-digit growth for the last 15 years went from $41 million in 2004 to $3.3 billion in 2018. Let me conclude by saying that an example of Lulu's rapid growth, I wasn't born when it had started in 1998, but I did start wearing them in middle school because it was the cool thing to do, and now I'm a part of the trend. I was too young to remember the scandals, but Lulu took care of the issues quite quickly, and they started creating new products. Although Lululemon has had some product glitches and management crises, it has succeeded in both the trend of everyday wearing yoga pants and a demand for its premium brand that consumers are willing to pay prices for their high-end prices for, and they did it in less than 20 years. I found a quote by a comedian, Jimmy Kimmel, that accurately describes Lulu customers. He was talking about Lulu, and he said that there is a company that makes yoga pants that are so tight that they cut off the circulation to the part of the brain that decides how much money is okay to spend on yoga pants. I definitely think that is me, as well as millions of other Lulu shoppers around the world. Thank you.